In Macau, Zimang hacks into the police system to mess with their surveillance footage. An officer notices some static on the screen, but it disappears quickly. So he thinks it's nothing. Suddenly, an alarm goes off, alerting the police that an important bank has been broken into. They immediately send out their best team and activate an AI surveillance system called Spice. The computer checks everywhere with fake footage, which means the thieves have already escaped. The next day, the police discovered that only one vault was robbed. It belongs to a wealthy businessman who kept a notebook with half of the password to his crypto account valued at $500 million. These are taking over the offices of a digital asset management company. A few employees are beaten up, and soon the staff is taken hostage. One employee is forced to open the door to the company's server and uses her computer to grant sign access while they download the file with the other half of the encrypted password. His account has military-grade protection and is valued at 10 billion. Zimang asked Shurao sent to copy that information to, ignoring gang leader Long. When he tells them not to waste time at that moment, the police arrive and the thieves rush to the elevator. Long is at a cafe in a lobby, so he can walk away without suspicion, although he accidentally the criminals several civilians as they try to find an exit, but eventually they find the way blocked. And the officers catch up to them. The team start fighting each other with impressive skill, and in the struggle, the thieves manage to grab Captain Yalit hostage. The other officers can't open fire, so they have to watch the criminals escape into the elevator outside, one man against four, and they defeat him by handcuffing him to the railing. The thieves get off on the observation deck, and now Lei quickly unlocks his handcuffs to go after them. However, the gang has brought parachutes, so they just jump off the tower too. Escape. On their way out, they push a woman who hangs on the edge of the last second, and now Lee has to help her since Yale leaves the tower by tackling a bungee jumper, and he lands safely on an emergency inflatable mattress. Another team of cops is waiting for the thieves when they land on a hotel's roof, and another fight begins. The criminals easily bring the officers down and use it in tools and their masks to jump off the roof. They quickly change their clothes while Simon keeps on deleting all footage from security camera. Soon the police's surveillance system is shut down completely, and now Lei starts searching the hotel on foot. They turn on their body cameras so they can capture every person who walks by, hoping the face recognition software will catch them. Long Chung also makes it to the hotel in disguise and causes a bunch of distractions to keep the managers. The thieves sneak around the different rooms by constantly changing disguises that allow them to pass off as tourists or employees. Why Dan and recognizes the earring from the elevator fight, so he chases after it, but Allison hides by pretending to be one of the many clients in the cafeteria. Suddenly the camera detects that one of the faces passing by isn't in the system, so the cops go after the guy. Long bumps into an officer on purpose event, and the rest of the thieves mingle in the crowd by pretending to be security. When the cops arrive, the criminals jump into the decorations pit and escape by sneaking under the platform. Later in the police station, the businessman starts yelling and breaking things because his account has been emptied. The team discusses how to proceed. Yale points out that an old man won't know how to deal with AI tracking, but Sumai reminds him that Spice is useless now that it's been hacked. So they need someone who remembers how to do police work the old-fashioned way. Officers Jean Shao and Shi Glow are sent to recruit the legendary Agent Wong, whose file is filled with amazing feats. He's a special ops champion. Pleases. Greer was accidentally getting his partner killed when the duel arrives at a quiet neighborhood. They're shocked to see one simply walking dog. Hugo follows Long to a cafe and pretend she's just a student however long sits at her table and reveals he's seen her and following him all day. He even knows her name. He's also stolen Jin Zhao's badge without him noticing. Moments later, Wang is at the station looking at all the footage the cops gathered with their body cams and whatever the hotel could find before they got hacked. After watching it for just a few minutes long, easily finds all the thieves because they looked at the cameras to check if they were still on at the gangster beatings, and pulls out a knife. So all the thieves have to work together to calm Long Chung down. After putting together all the screenshots they can find of the thieves, Long notices a man in a long coat who also appears a lot in the footage. The police receive the picture that the barista took and conclude Nam style he quit the force in the 80s without a trace. In 1999, he thinks this mysterious man is the Shadow returning and wants to send out a surveillance team to find him. Sumai explains they don't have a surveillance team anymore because Spice replaced it, but she'll allow him to form an emergency squad for this case. Long is skeptical because nobody can be trained in such a short amount of time. Later in the gym, Chu Glow is trying to train, but the other cops keep mocking her for being too small for a cop. Q tries to ignore them, but ends up snapping and fighting them easily, bringing down an officer in front of his man. Long sees all this and congratulates her in private, saying this is her under their respect. In the evening, he promises to take good care of her in his memory. The next day, Long announces he'll train a surveillance team, and Hugo signs up. He teaches them how to move without giving away that they're cops and to memorize every detail, no matter how insignificant it may be. Onto the team pretends to be citizens to keep up their covers, but one keeps Chu Glow in the van with him because she's as hidden ace. Whatever someone makes a mistake, Long leaves the van just to scold them. 12 days later, Zimang is trying to plan a last mission. A flashback reveals that all the thieves are orphans whom Long Chung would often visit to bring the money. In return, the voice helped Long Shanghai when the police were after him in 1999, and they've been together since. On day 15, she will go out to get food, and on her way back to the van,